And welcome to the real show. This is Andreas Batakis. And tonight, this is the late night edition, as you can see. Don't you just love Toronto winter weather? So what do I have in store for you tonight? I'll tell you what. We have the latest sales details and statistics from the Toronto Real Estate Board Market Watch. So let's see what happened in November of 2018. So, price-wise, the average price this November compared to last year, 2017, was actually up by $28,000. Oh yes, which means that we actually went over $788,340 for this November. What happened though with the number of sales? This November compared to last November, we had actually 1,075 homes less. So we had a decrease in the number of sales on homes sold by 14.7%. Okay? So average price up, number of sales down. But fun fact, what else is interesting is that the actual new listings were down by 26%, actually more than 26%. Even active listings were almost down by 10% this November of 2018. What does it all mean? Well, it's all interrelated, ladies and gentlemen. We had less homes sold, yes, but there is actually also much fewer homes on the market for sale. Where this connects to a basically ongoing challenge of the Toronto real estate market, which is inventory. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, inventory. So what we see now is that we have a real estate market that has quite low inventory. And just to give you an example, did you know that there are areas within Toronto City that with the current rate of sales, within 30 days, not one, but all the available homes in that area could be sold. Just like that. In these areas, homes usually get sold for less than 10 days. And if you want me to give you an example, these areas are Leslieville, Danforth, Greektown, Riverdale. Basically, overall, looking at what's happening in the Toronto real estate market, even by the statistics that we have now for November of 2018, we can see that it's still a strong seller's market. All the signs are there. Low inventory. Low inventory for a seller's market means less than 6 months, and we're talking that in some areas we even have less than a month. Then we have homes sold quite fast. We're not talking about months on the market, we're talking about days on the market. And at the same time, breaking news. Probably from what has been published these days, or actually the past few hours, the latest mortgage rate increase is going to be delayed. Maybe it's even going to be delayed until spring. So this opens a window of opportunity for people that are thinking of buying. As you understand, looking at the prices is one thing, but looking at what mortgage, what's the actual cost for you to buy a home, it's extremely significant factor to consider. Takeaway points for tonight, because it keeps snowing, so I don't want to be covered in snow before the show is over. So takeaway points for tonight. No matter if you're a seller or a buyer, you need professional advice, which is going to be fact-based and knowledge-based, so that you know what you need to do and what you need to look after, whether you want to sell or buy a property. Furthermore, I'd say that this is a window of opportunity for both. Personally, as Andreas, I believe in win-win situations. So this can be a period that both buyers and sellers can benefit. Now you tell me, Andreas, what are you talking about? one of them should lose. Not necessarily. Let me give you an example. A seller may benefit by selling during this period exactly because there is low inventory, so fewer properties on the market. So if you put your property on the market at a reasonable price, because remember, not all areas are Leslieville, Greektown, and so on, so you have to be careful with pricing. Then, as a seller, if you use this period to put your home on the market, you have more chances of finding a serious buyer. On the other hand, buyers that see properties now on the market have probably some more room for negotiation due to the fact that a seller that is putting the property on the market now are determined to sell and they don't want to wait for other periods of time, like the infamous spring market. And I do remind you that this year we didn't see a spring market, we actually saw a summer market. So keep that in mind as well. That was all for tonight. And baby, it's cold outside and I need to get home. Have a good evening, and do not forget, if you love it, like it and share it. Other people may want to see it too. See you next week. Andreas Batagis and The Real Show.